you about a citywide boil water notice now in effect. So let's hear more from our reporter Jamie Boyum. Who you got there with you, Jamie?
Yeah, this is White Oak City Manager Jimmy for front of a whole bunch of. I guess your guy. And it's our 12, our main line that we supply. And so they're trying to get down in there so they can assess the damage of the pipe. Right. And it's, I guess they kind of got to look at it now. They were able to take some cameras down there, take some photos, and now it's a new section that has a crack. And as long as that's the case, it doesn't get bigger. They're going to be replace that section and hopefully have water turned back on by the end of today. Yeah, it's looking kind of good for that, unless there's something unexpected, right? So far, it stays that way, but if that crack is much bigger, then it's just going to take a little bit more time to get that section cut out and replaced. But again, we're hoping to have that done by the season. Yeah, well, I mean, it sounds like you guys are going to stick to it as long as it takes. Oh yeah, they'll be here until we get the. But do the boil water notice until it is lifted. Yeah, and I guess that boil water notice has been in effect ever since the break happened, right? Yeah, pretty much. Just because we have to do that when there's no pressure at all. We have to take samples, and it takes, maybe 2 days to get these samples back to say it's all clear to have, which could be Saturday. Who does the testing? That would be the TCEQ that we send it off to, and they do it in their labs to tell us if it's okay. Right, right. And, so I guess residents need to be prepared just in case it ends up being not. Yeah, not that it won't, but I mean that's just something that you got to look at. Yeah, this thankfully that this does not happen that often here in White Oak. These crews they're pretty good most of the time of trying not to hit any of the main lines, whether it's water or sewer. But accidents happen, and this was a big accident right here because we have a lot of departments here that need to assess the situation. TxDOT, they're going to have to reassess the road equipment, sink down into a sinkhole. Okay. Well, not like Superior. No, but it's kind of like accident Awesome, where they had to move out of that area and get on safe ground. So apparently there's probably a void underneath the road with correct. Water. All that dirt that the water washed away. Be replaced. Also, you got to go out here because a pole was affected. That's right. SWEPCO they're out on scene to stabilize a pole that was right next to the hole that it created. And we don't want anything to happen. We don't want any power outages. So they're here on scene to make sure that doesn't happen. So right now, maybe back up a little bit. What happened with the break? Somebody was boring across the road? Well, approximately about 10 o'clock this morning, a fiber optic company, their contractors that they have to do the boring with a machine across and under White Oak Road, and when they did, they hit our main line. Okay, that's what obviously started causing the problem. Correct. Yeah. And then you guys responded out here pretty quickly. Got the water shut off, I guess. Yeah, we did. We were able to shut down the water pretty quick, and that way they can get in there, get repaired quickly, and get that resolved as soon as possible. And it's of course everybody who you serve is affected by this. Oh, yeah. Like low. To get the trickle out of it, but if you did, just make sure you won't have it for consumption. Yeah. Okay. And then hopefully tonight. Uh, we're fingers crossed, and we're going to be back to normal by Saturday. All right. So jackhammers, you're hearing they're having a cut underneath the sidewalk to good look at this pipe. Hopefully it's just that one little section, but then if it's a longer section, it might take a little bit longer to get this whole thing fixed. Do you have any questions?
Well, just one, you were breaking up a little bit there in the beginning. Did you say that they were hoping to get everything fixed by tonight?
That's kind of what they're looking at right now.
Okay.
Tonight, but they're apparently going to stick out here as long as it takes to get it fixed. So they're pretty determined to try to make it this evening.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much for this update. We appreciate everybody's update on this, and we'll hear more later this evening, I'm sure.
Yes,
All
more
right,
tonight
thank you.
at 6 o'clock.
You got it. Thank you so much, Jamie. And stay safe out there. I know it's hot.
That's why we're in the shade.
I